to rumble. County Tournament Championship game moments away from beginning here on the ISC Sports Network as the Clovers of Cloverdale come in with a record of 12-6, and they get ready to battle the Greencastle Tiger Cubs, who are 14-5 here at South Putnam High School. Our game tonight brought to you by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. Along with former DePauw University men's basketball coach Bill Finland, I am John Herrick. Thank you so much for being with us in Putnam County on this Friday night. And Bill, two teams that have had solid seasons up to this point. Greencastle comes in winners of 4 of their last 5. Cloverdale, similar situation. They've won 5 out of their last 6. So these are two teams right now that are playing with a lot of confidence.
They're figuring out who they are, and both of these teams have a pretty good identity, right? They kind of know who they are, and they're rounding into shape here as the season starts to move towards a close. So I think we're in for a good one tonight, and two kind of contrasting sort of styles in that the Clovers are going to rely on the big guy quite a bit, and you're going to see a lot of balance from the Tiger Cubs.
So the student section for Greencastle certainly out. The Cloverdale students are putting on clovers, wearing green and black, having green and white pom-poms. They're all excited about that one. And there is the Cloverdale Clover head coach Joey Hart, 21-21 in his second year at the school, but he is a very experienced coach. 27 years overall coaching, 444 wins and 222 losses. So Joey Hart, quite an accomplished guy at Cloverdale. The head coach for Greencastle, Bryce Rector, in his 10th year, a record of 143-98. Cloverdale comes in scoring 58 points a game and allowing 52. Greencastle scores 62 and allows 51. So Greencastle, the starting lineups for them are being introduced first, so we'll give you those. Connor Sullivan, a 6'3 senior, averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds a game. Then you have Tevin Long, a 5'8 senior, averaging 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Sam Gooch, a 6' senior, averaging 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He had a 19-point outing last night. Nathan Sutherland, a 6'3 senior, averaging 10 points and 5 rebounds. And Gavin Tyson, a 6' sophomore, 7 points, 3 rebounds a game. For the Cloverdale Clovers, they go with Evan Mann, a 5'11 sophomore, averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Donovan Newby, a 6'2 junior, averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds a game. Trey Schabel, a 5'10 junior who averages 11 points and 7 assists. Ishmael Kateka, 6'10 sophomore, averaging 21 points and 10 rebounds a game. And Tobias Hart, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds a game, as the Cloverdale Clovers starting lineup is about to be introduced. So, Bill, even though this is on a neutral site, you know both fan bases are going to do all they can to try to make it feel like a home game for their respective team.
Well, they're also doing some kind of fancy introduction for the Clovers here. I don't know this one, but
yeah, I don't either.
It's pretty good. I think we're really in for a good one tonight, John. I'm really interested to see what kind of choices Greencastle makes to deal with Kateka. I think there's 2, right? The first one is you just play him straight up and let him get his and try to keep him off the glass and try to put the clamps on everybody else. And the second one is you put a couple of guys on him and take your chances with everybody else. Yep. So those are the choices that have to get made by the Greencastle coaching staff, Coach Rector specifically. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see if maybe they also might want to play a little bit of zone tonight, although that is not the defensive choice for the Tiger Cubs.
Well, these two teams played each other on January 16th, and Greencastle won it 56-40. Now, Greencastle is a 2A school with an enrollment of a little over 5,200, and Cloverdale's a 1A program with an enrollment of about 2,000. So, but they certainly are capable, and Cloverdale sends Kateka into the jump circle against Sam Gooch, and Gooch jumps early, and that allows Kateka to go get it. And Cloverdale comes down with the ball and the possession.
I think Gooch could jump as early as he wants to, and he's not going to. He could have jumped yesterday, and he's not going to get that one.
Greencastle beat South Putnam last night to get here, and Cloverdale with the win over North Putt to get here. And South Putnam got third place earlier. And a three knocked down right away by Cloverdale's Trey Schabel.
Well, you saw Greencastle in a little bit of a zone there, and Cloverdale right to the high post, inside out for the wide open three.
Greencastle's first possession. Going right to Sullivan. Backs it out, swings it left to Sutherland. Boy, this Cloverdale fan base on our side, very intense so far. Gooch in trouble, bounces it to the baseline. Tyson out of bounds. He ran out of real estate. So the first turnover of the game belongs to the Tiger Cubs.
Well, one of the things that impressed me about Cloverdale last night is even though they have a real weapon in Kateka, they're not force feeding him. They've got a lot of good players that can handle the basketball, play with a purpose, and he's going to get his opportunities, but they're not going to spend all their time just trying to stick it in there to him.
Well, there was some sort of something on the floor. I don't know if it was a shoelace, but the referee stepped on it and he had to pick it up and put it in his pocket. Another three try by Schabel. Not this time. Rebound bounces into the hands of Tyson. Off and running goes Sutherland. So Cloverdale content to be in man-to-man. Gooch, who had 19 last night, drives in, shoots, misses. Kateka the rebound.
Well, bothered a little bit by Kateka, but I like the fact that they tried to take it right at him. I mean, one of the ways you got to handle a guy like that is you got to see if you can get him in foul trouble. You got to be physical with him, put your body on him a little bit, and when you drive it, you got to be in attack mode.
Ends up in Mann's hands for three, and Evan Mann drills the triple. And that's big for Cloverdale's offense. They only shoot 28% from three as a collective unit. And Greencastle still trying to find some sort of offensive rhythm. Sutherland drives, Kateka there to body him up and foul him.
There's the first one. I like it. They isolated Sutherland over there. Did not hesitate, so that's got to be part of the plan. Hey, if you get it and you got an angle, you got to go at him and you got to put your body on him a little bit on the drive. The thing about a shot blocker like Kateka is he wants space between you and the basketball, and if you can take up that space, put your body on him, it's just more difficult for him to block your shot.
Sutherland can't get the first one to go down, but he does on the second. Greencastle shoots 58% from the field, but 41% from three, just 65% from the foul line. And Nathan Sutherland, who just went 1 of 2, is a 55% foul shooter. As for Cloverdale, they shoot 64% from the line.
Sutherland knocked in some big free throws last night, though. Looked pretty comfortable on the free throw line.
Some guys just need to be in clutch moments, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You know?
I guess.
Higher the pressure, the better they feel.
Well, he got there a lot last night, and so I think some of it's about being comfortable, right? You see a couple go down, and you're going to have a good night from the line. You clang the first one or two, and you're going to be in trouble.
Kateka got behind everybody, had position, and he just became the third Clover to score in this one. Sutherland out between the rings. He's got the only point so far for Greencastle.
Well, the Clover's in a 2-3 zone. Now they're going into a 3-2 zone, so somebody didn't have the call.
Sullivan sends it back out to Gooch.
Sullivan was off to a hot start last night, had 3 threes in the first half.
Finished with 12 for the game. 3-ball right corner for Tyson. And Kateka another rebound, and that just brings Clover Nation to its feet even more.
You know, you're going to play against the zone. That ball's got to touch the short corner. It's got to touch the mid-post area. You can't just be going side to side and just jacking up threes, not putting any pressure on the defense.
Mann Couldn't get that one to go. Kateka the rebound. They say he was pushed. So this is a foul coming up on Greencastle. It could have been any number of guys you could call this one on, and they get Gavin Tyson for it. And that is his first. Yep, had the lower body contact there. We're about midway through the first quarter. 3-ball again. This time it is off the mark from Schabel. And can Greencastle get their first field goal? Well, they try it here on a 3 from Tevin Long, and he does not get it from long range. Rebound hauled in by Tobias Hart. Now they go to Kateka, but he couldn't get both of his hands on it. Out of bounds, it goes back to the Tiger Cubs.
Pretty good look by Schabel, just didn't get it in the right spot. He's averaging almost 7 assists per game. And when you have a guy like Kateka who's shooting 70% from the floor, he's the recipient of a lot of those, I'm guessing.
Cloverdale shifts their defensive zone, but not fast enough as Sam Gooch converts on that.
Well, Sam right over the top of Kateka that time. He is a super athletic kid. Really bounced up off the floor to finish that one.
Greencastle sticking with that pressure man-to-man. Schabel's had a lot of confidence from out there. He had 16 last night. Kateka gets it. Then the double comes. Leads to ball movement. Newby looked in at a post up at Kateka. Wasn't there. Now Kateka's a little frustrated he didn't get the ball. Now he does get it. Turns, shoots, and misses. Got his own rebound, put it back up and in.
Well, you've got Sutherland's down there. He's kind of laying on him, and Kateka just, the ball reversed. He just spun off of him. Sutherland's got to jump to the ball and meet Kateka before he gets that good post-up position.
Well, Sam Gooch, his second basket looked very identical to his first one.
Well, his little bounce up in the air, little half hook. Looks like he knows what he's doing with that one.
This is Schabel weaving his way through traffic, unable to get it. Gooch finds more pressure, and then he tries to get it into Tyson, but overshot him and out of bounds. That's the second giveaway by the Greencastle offense.
Pretty good pass. He's open. I think he's probably figuring out what he was going to do after he caught that one.
Inside 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Kateka calling for it. There's two defenders near him. Well, you can tell it's Kateka's the focal point.
Well, you can't follow him. You have to jump to the ball. You can't let him go where he wants to go.
He posts up, he gets it, and he got the roll.
He's just, for such a big kid and a young kid, he's just got such a soft touch. He gets it up on the rim. It's always got a chance to drop in.
Crazy that he's only a sophomore, and he's already got 6 of the 12 Cloverdale points. Sutherland has to kick it out to Sullivan, and Sullivan knocks down the 3. Well, you said it. He was hot from 3 last night. Maybe he can do it again, or did they say that was a 2? They said it was a 2. Either way, Greencastle needed a basket, and they got it there.
Well, he gave the 3 signal, though, so it must have been a 3. He was very demonstrative last night and actually got a technical for giving that signal a little bit too close to his opponent.
Driving, shooting, and missing is Newby, and the rebound hauled in by Sutherland right in front of Kateka.
Newby, pretty athletic kid, big, strong guy who can slash it. Did a good job of finishing in the game we saw last night.
Gooch to the other side, a 3 on the way from Sullivan off target, and Greencastle pulls within 4 as we head to quarter number 2. 12-8 Cloverdale on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
So this is a look at that three. Yeah, that Sullivan hit.
Was he too far out?
I don't know. Well, one of the refs signaled a three, it looked like, and another one came over and gave the two sign to the scorer's table.
Well, we had a little bit of a scoring issue in game one.
Yes, we did.
And hopefully they'll make sure they got this straight.
Not seeing that change. It looked like the score, I mean, trying to see how the scorebook people are talking about it, but nope, I guess it's staying the way it is. And as we learned from the last game, you go too far out with the score the way it is,
well,
it doesn't change.
I'm kind of surprised that there's...
Okay,
yeah,
they did give him the three. All right, never mind. There we go.
Yeah, if they didn't, I think there'd be a little more conversation.
Yeah. Tevin Long.
They had a lot of success last night against the zone, putting the ball in the short corner. And they did it. That's the first possession they've done it in this game. And I think that's a place they can expose the Cloverdale zone a little bit.
And that is the third turnover on Greencastle. They bring full court pressure, though. Newby gets it across. And now the Greencastle fans feeling a little more confident now that they're back within four. Kateka trying to post up. It comes to Newby. Out to a right wing three-point shooting Evan Mann. No offensive rebound. Hart, though. Another crack at it here for the Cloverdale Clovers. They've led the entire way so far. They led it 8-1 before Greencastle finally made a field goal. But prior to that, a free throw was the only point of the game as Shavel misfires on that. So after he knocked down a big one earlier, he has not been able to get on track, and neither has Sullivan outside of that one made three that he had. And was it touched last? Officials have to talk about it.
Well, they're saying that Newby has not established himself back in bounds when he possessed that ball, and I'm not sure that's right. I think he had both feet clearly in the playing surface.
And there's Joey Hart, the head coach for Cloverdale. He is in disbelief.
He's not buying it either. But as we found out in game one, you know, the guys with the whistle, they're kind of the boss.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it kind of ends with that.
Sutherland rifling it out to Beasley. And Griffin Beasley, a 5'8" junior who just came in to see his first game action, just scored his first points of the Putnam County tournament. It's 12-11, so Cloverdale's lead that at one point was 7 is now down to 1.
Well, that's a big bucket for Beasley, and I'm not sure he even played in the game last night.
And Kateka has it stripped out of his hands, and off and running comes Sullivan. Second turnover by Cloverdale. Give it back to Sullivan. He draws a crowd typically wherever he goes. When you average 12 points a game, you're going to do that. Beasley again. Rifling it inside. And got Kateka in the air, did Sutherland, and that is 2 now on Ishmael Kateka.
Well, I think Greencastle's strategy when they have the opportunity to go right at Kateka is the right one, and that's the thing that North Putt did not do last night at all. They stopped it short and were trying to shoot over the top of him.
This game proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor doesn't just provide ordinary internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. And on the drive there, a whistle. And what do we have? A foul called on Tevin Long. And Sutherland was the one who made those last 2 free throws. And so for the first time tonight, Greencastle is in front.
And they are leaving Kiteka with those 2 fouls.
So that shows you how important Kiteka is to what Cloverdale's trying to do. He sends that one out to Hart for 3, lips out, rebound Beasley, and now Greencastle can add to their slim advantage. Their head coach Bryce Rector telling them what to do here. Inside the ball goes to Gooch. He takes it right at Kiteka, doesn't get it, and Kiteka the rebound. Head coach Bryce Rector for Greencastle screaming for a foul call.
I'll tell you what, that was close to number 3, really close.
I think we answered your pregame question, Coach, which is, what are you going to do with Kiteka? You're going to go right at him. And it looks like we have a foul here on Sutherland as things are getting chippy between him and Kiteka down there. Yep, Sutherland just got whistled for his first, team second here in the second. Cloverdale ball on the baseline. Yeah, there's a look at that last play. That was the one where Greencastle wanted the foul call and didn't get it. Risky inbound pass. Man comes down with it, but he's got Beasley all over him. Kiteka gets swarmed, and he shoots and scores anyway.
That was a triple team coming, and he went ahead and knocked it in over the top.
He has 8 of the Cloverdale 14 points. Boy, some of these high arching passes are getting very close to being deflected. Strong take inside by Gooch, had it blocked, and the rebound by Newby. So Cloverdale trying to seize momentum here. Kiteka gave them their first points of the second quarter. He gets it back again, sends it out to Mann. Mann rifles the pass into the corner, and Newby decides to reset. Greencastle extends that pressure with Sullivan. So it appears like Sutherland is going to get the assignment all night on Kiteka. Shable, nothing there. Sends it back out. Kiteka calling for it. Bad pass, cross court, stolen away by Beasley. And then there was a bump there.
Something going on.
Yep, both fan bases screaming for a foul.
Beasley kind of looked like he was going to double Kiteka early. And
well, what do we have here?
And then on his way back to his man, he was able to intercept it.
Okay, they're saying that there is a sweaty part of the floor here. There's something on the...
Well, he's bleeding.
Okay, there's a kid bleeding. There you go. That's what it is.
So they bumped heads there at half court. And
that is Trey Shable.
Shable is got a gusher going there.
Boy, the trainer's got her work cut out for her there. See where it might have happened.
He reaches in right here, and they bang heads. Ouch. Could have been a foul on him, too.
Yep.
Which would add insult to injury.
And then that's where he gets, he started to feel the blood drip.
Yeah, he didn't start bleeding right away, but as he started to move away, probably figured it out.
So now they have to take a moment and...
Well, if he's got to stay down long, they play through him in terms of ball handling.
Right.
He's averaging, like I said, close to 7 assists a game. And he, from the looks of it, he's not going to be coming back in here anytime soon.
And he averages 11 points per game. So he and Kiteka are the 2 double-figure scorers on average for the Clovers.
So now they got to go discover all the blood on the floor. In the old days, we'd just get a towel and mop it up, but now you got to have gloves and special solution and all kinds of stuff, although they are toweling some things, paper toweling some stuff off on the bench, because I think he was dripping all along the out of bounds.
Yeah. And then both coaches having a bit of a laugh as they talk to one of the officials. The students section are having a nice little battle with each other. Second straight game, Bill, that we've had a bloody nose.
Well, you know, it happens in this game. You got a lot of guys running around, and you know, when you're a guy like Shable, you're sticking your nose in there a lot. I'm surprised if he doesn't get a bloody nose every other game.
Well, Landon Duncan, number 10 in white for Cloverdale's off the bench, looking like he might come in.
I don't think he can play like this.
No.
So he looks like the Green Hornet over there.
Right, he does.
and they're going to have to get him another jersey, too, because he is.
Yep, they're taking his jersey off. They're taking Shable's jersey off. Yeah, it was covered in blood.
The trainer is earning her keep over there tonight.
But she is being helped out by the fact that the blood is being taken a while to wipe off the court. So that's allowing her to have more time to patch up Shable. But the blood does not seem to stop gushing.
Well, I think they were, don't put a new jersey on him until he's not bleeding anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's what the assistant was yelling at the JV guys to go get another jersey.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me, do you remember this, Bill, when the Spurs were playing the Suns in the NBA playoffs and Steve Nash had a really bloody nose and he couldn't come in? He had to come out, and it took the trainer forever to try to patch up his bloody nose.
Yeah, if you're a gusher, some people are gushers and some people aren't. And if you're a gusher, it might take a long time.
And Shable might have one of his family members coming down to talk to him. Now he's heading back to the locker room.
He might need a transfusion before the night's over.
And there's more blood dripping on the sideline that one of the South Putnam employees has to clean up. Still just 4 players out there on the floor for Cloverdale. Landon Duncan was the man up at first. Coach Joey Hart having a conversation with the ref.
Looking on the bench trying to figure out who he's going to put in.
He had Duncan up. Landon Duncan was up, ready to go in, but I have not seen that.
Now he needs shoes. So he probably bled all over his shoes.
Yeah.
So they went to the bench, and they're like, okay, who's got a size 10?
Yeah.
and I think number 10 had a size 10, and he had to give up his shoes so Shable can get back in the game. You know what? I've been hanging around for a long time. I do not ever think I've seen a jersey transfer, but I don't think I've ever seen a shoe and jersey transfer.
Yeah, they got to get a 5th guy out there. They can't wait on him all night. And so they bring in Braden Shable, who is Trey's brother. So
he's cut a little differently than Trey. He's a little bigger dude.
All right, it looks like he's back out there, is Trey. So he just got a new jersey, and he's about to come back in at the next dead ball. Sutherland misses the floater. Kateka the rebound, and boy, anytime Kateka gets a rebound, Cloverdale Nation goes bonkers.
Well, I'll tell you what, he really impressed me last night with his discipline. With the shot blocking, but Greencastle's been able to lift him a couple different times to get fouls, and we didn't see that at all last night.
So Trey Shable is back out there now wearing number 50 instead of number 30.
He'll be wearing number 50 and somebody else's left shoe, it looks like.
While they have a timeout, we'll remind you that our game proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory.
Well, you know what's funny is they don't have team shoes. So it looks like he's got both of his teammates' shoes on.
That's got to feel unnatural. But we'll see how he does in it.
It'd be different. It'd be more unnatural if he just had one of them.
Lob into Kateka. There goes the double. Doesn't matter. Ishmael Kateka able to score anyway, and he has 10.
Well, there's another way to keep that from happening, and it has to do with who's guarding the passer, right? Like, you can't let that guy sit out there, measure the wind, and throw it wherever he wants to. You have got to pressure the basketball and make passing it in there tough.
And that was a tough three made by Connor Sullivan. That's his second. Sullivan's been shooting well all Putnam County tournament, and he just tied the game up. Man sends it to Newby. Back out to Shable for three. Yes!
Well, that was far away, and I'm guessing maybe a step out of his range, but, you know, he probably deserved that one.
After all he's been through in the last about 5 or 10 minutes. Getting the bloody nose, fighting through that. Three again.
Yeah, it's the least the basketball gods could do for him.
Sullivan misses. Kateka the rebound, then he passed it out just in time before Sutherland got his hand on it. What a competitive basketball game this has been for the Putnam County Tournament Championship. Shable sends it right to Man. Kateka moves over. Shable fires it in, and then they rifle it out. You know, with no shot clock, Coach, maybe they decide to use all this 119.
Well, they're never in a hurry, right? They kind of know what they're looking for, and they're very patient about getting it.
Shable. Now we're inside a minute.
I mean, Sutherland is just content to play behind Kateka. They could throw it in there almost any time they want to.
Ball poked free, but chased down by Tobias Hart, but he needs some help, and he gets it with Shable, and they finally get it back on their side. Driving in, Man cuts in and lays it in. Evan Mann now with points 4 and 5 for him, and the lead is 5 for the Clovers. Now it looks like Greencastle wants to play the waiting game, and they've certainly got time to do it. Head coach Bryce Rector telling his team what to do. We're down to 7 seconds.
Waited a little too long.
Sutherland left side. Too long for the jumper, doesn't go. Kateka the rebound, and that is the end of the first half.
A little too long to get organized there for that last shot.
And that is a quarter that saw Cloverdale go on a 5-0 run to end it as we go to halftime. We'll have your first half stats and analysis when we come back on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today. It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
We're here at a very lively South Putnam High School where the environment's been fantastic for the Putnam County Tournament, and Cloverdale leads it 21-16 at the half in our Putnam County Tournament Championship game. Along with head coach Bill Finland, I'm John Herrick. It's great to have you with us. And yeah, you're retired and you've been retired for a while, but I'm always going to call you coach. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll coach you up.
All right, yeah, you coach everybody up.
We're really lucky to have the Hall of Famer Bill Wagner
Yes.
up here sitting with us tonight. The longtime DePauw SID, and now, you know, he does everything at DePauw University. And Wags and I have been all over the world together,
Yes.
actually.
Yes, he is.
And
right here.
And all points in between. And it's great to see him. Great to have him hanging out a little bit tonight.
Any statistical nugget, Bill Wagner's got it.
He's got it.
And any one of them.
He's got it. I'm looking at his phone right here going, you know, does he have access to some live stats that I don't know about or something? Because, you know, that would help at these games if we could get that. Like, I think they should have live stats before they have the shot clock.
Well, you know, pretty soon that might be something that comes along with it. Some places do, you know. In that first half, Cloverdale was led by, of course, Ishmael Kateka with 10, 6 for Trey Schabel, and then 5 for Evan Mann. For Greencastle, they had 6 from Connor Sullivan, 4 for Sam Gooch, and 3 points each for Griffin Beasley and Nathan Sutherland. So what I deduced from that, Bill, is, yes, Greencastle has had more scoring, but they've also had trouble being consistent, especially trying to figure out how to deal with Kateka.
Well, they got off to a bad start. Right, so if you take the first 3 minutes out of the game, it's a different deal. So I do like their plan overall. They've tried to attack him, put him in a little bit of foul trouble. At least he's got to worry about it a little bit now, which I think is important. And you know, when you watch Cloverdale play, I said it earlier, that they're not force feeding the guy. Like they'll throw it to him when they want to, but he's getting a lot of stuff on. He's going to get a lot of his stuff on the offensive glass, and when he does catch it, he's just got the ability to shoot over the double team, and he's just so poised. You know, I've been so impressed with his demeanor. You know, he never changes expression. He just takes care of business, and he is a real presence on both ends of the floor.
And also, too, I've heard some Cloverdale fans near us say, get him the ball, throw it to him. And like you said, it'd be real easy to do that, but then you become predictable that way.
Well, you know, they've got their reasons, right?
Yep.
And, you know, could he get a few more touches? Probably. Would that speed the game up? Yes. And so the question is, do you really want to speed the game up? Mm-hmm. You know, I think in general, in talking to Coach Hart, you know, they want to play a fairly deliberate style, and they also don't want to wear the kid down. You know, he's a sophomore. Guys are leaning on him. He's not fully, you know, as tall as he is and as long as he is, he's not fully physically developed yet. And they don't want to bang him. They don't want to have guys banging at him possession after possession. And they'd much rather control the basketball than have him playing all the time on the defensive end.
This has been one of the most lively half times I think we've ever seen at a high school gym in a while. It's because of our public
I
address
think it all
announcer.
starts with this guy
100%.
who's doing the who's got the remote PA, which I've, probably other people have it, but I have not seen people actually running around with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, you see it more at colleges and universities than you do at high schools. But that might be something that high schools consider.
Well, it's working. It's working. Everybody's having a good time, and that's theoretically, John, that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be having a good time.
Exactly. And, basketball's supposed to be entertaining, and so is everything surrounding it. Players are coming back out. We're getting ready to start the second half. We'll relive some more of the first half with our first half highlights on the other side of this brief break. You are watching high school boys basketball, the Putnam County Tournament on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today. It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
So in the first half, it was a tightly contested game. Cloverdale leads by 5. Greencastle got themselves down 8-1 early, but then they chipped away, they fought back, they tied the game at 5. Of course, there you see Ishmael Kateka, the leading scorer in the game so far with 10 points. He's, of course, been the focal point, but Greencastle certainly had their moments. Connor Sullivan knocking down a couple of threes. Griffin Beasley comes off the bench. He hits a 3 like right there. And Nathan Sutherland got involved as well, too. So we're set up for a pretty interesting second half as both teams have headed back to their respective benches and are about to begin the third quarter. What do you think are keys to victory for both teams here, Bill?
Well, it looks like Cloverdale's back at full strength now that we got all the blood cleared up. And there's a highlight.
Yeah. You got a bloody nose. Don't be down. You need to pull that back.
Put your head back, man. But I think it's more of the same, right? I think that I like Greencastle's plan. Like I said at the end of the half, you take the first couple of minutes out and it's a tie game, or Greencastle may even be in the lead. So it's not broken the way they're trying to attack right now. It's not right. Broken. They've just got to make buckets, turn it over a little bit less, and probably Cloverdale's got to let the big guy touch it a little bit more.
So, am I correct in finding out that you get a name for our public?
Tom Standers is the name of our MC, who right now, unless something crazy happens, is my MVP of the Putnam County Tournament.
Yep.
Because that guy is bopping around. He just jumped in and swept the floor. He's playing the music. He's organizing the cheerleaders and the dancers.
Yeah, this was him sweeping the floor during the break. I mean, if there's a harder working guy out there, I'd love to see it.
And he's totally happy. he is like he's had the Be Kind shirt on last night, and I don't know him, but I'm guessing he's pretty kind.
Yeah, he's been kind to everybody. So Clover starts the second half with the basketball. And here comes Newby slashing in, blocked at the rim. It was either Gooch or Sutherland who got a piece of it. Gooch the other way, drives right at Kateka and scores.
Well, he showed that last night and again today. He is really good at those little floaters, little half hooks, and he does a great job of using the backboard.
Ball got tipped away and then picked up by Newby, very close to a Cloverdale turnover. Greencastle's defense swarming here. Kateka double, dumps it out. 3 by Shabel is good. That is his third 3 of the game. He has hit one now in every quarter.
Well, that's another reason why you want to let him touch it, because he draws the double team, and now all of a sudden Greencastle's just a little slow on the rotation out of the double, leaving him open for a 3.
Looks like Cloverdale's in a zone. Gooch wheels it back out. It's now in the hands of Sullivan. Here's the drive by Sutherland, right at Kateka, who blocked it and then got the rebound. So that did not go the way the Tiger Cubs were hoping.
I still like it, though. I still think that's exactly what they've got to do.
Kateka backs his way in. The net got stuck around the rim, and Kateka scored anyway. And then a timeout is called by Greencastle. This is a 30-second timeout. Sutherland clearly trying to get the offensive foul call. Didn't go his way.
Well, it sure looked like the second guy in had Kateka by the arm as he lifted the ball up and showed a little strength there, just kind of shook it off and finished it anyway.
Our game tonight proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor does not just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. Dangerous point in the game right now, Bill, for Greencastle, and I think that's why their head coach, Bryce Rector, called the timeout. And they've got the ball. They are in the black jerseys, Cloverdale in the white. Now leading by 8, and floater does not go from Gooch. And then a misfire on the pass out to the wing, ball back to the Clovers.
Well, that's just one of those things that just the presence of Kateka forces that turnover.
This is the largest lead of the game for either team. Greencastle led very briefly at 14-13. That was their only lead in the first half. But then once Cloverdale retook it, they've held it ever since. Nice move by Mann. And that is his shot, and he proves it yet again. He's got 7.
Pretty deliberate. Ball's hitting 3 sides of the floor there for the Clovers. And Mann just gets into the mid-range and knocks it in.
And like Shabel, he has had at least 1 basket in every quarter. Gooch. That's a shot he's been hitting a lot this year, but rim wasn't kind to him on that sequence.
Well, that's the shot you want if you're Greencastle. But they're going to have to make it here, down 10.
Pretty interesting, too, because Greencastle won this matchup over Cloverdale by 16 almost a month ago, and that is an over and back violation on the Clovers, their 4th turnover.
Yes, John, a little too casual by Kateka. Catches it, bounces it to within 6 inches of the sideline, picks it up, and now it's like, uh-oh, got to figure it out.
Greencastle student section, who you just saw on camera, trying to find something to be happy about. Maybe they get it here. Misfire on the 3 from Long. Offensive rebound, though, by Tyson. Into Sutherland. Lob it again. 3 try for Tyson once more. And the rebound by Newby. So Cloverdale, so far in this period, has outscored Greencastle 7-2, and they've increased that 5-point lead at halftime now to 10, trying to do more, and a foul is called on Nathan Sutherland. That is his second, and the first foul in the half on either team. Sutherland's leaning on him again, like he was earlier.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's his job for the night.
Yep. And what a task it is. Cloverdale didn't like the way that offensive sequence was going, so they call a timeout. And it looks like there was more perspiration on the floor. A 30-second timeout, so we keep it
well,
here
I
for that.
I have every faith that Tom Standers is going to take care of that.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on, you can count on Tom.
He's also got a giant iPad that I think has the music
has
playlist.
His tunes on it.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, whatever they're paying him, it's not enough. It is not enough.
What a great time of year, you know. Boys basketball getting close to the postseason. Girls basketball in the postseason right now.
Well, you know, I spend a lot of time in Florida, and they just don't love it as much in Florida, right? The guys who are playing it love it, but there's just not the kind of community interest in it. And mostly, you know, my theory is they can be outside.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Historically, you know, the weather has driven people into gyms and helped with the popularity of basketball as Greencastle forces a turnover. Sullivan with the layup.
And Sullivan now with points 7 and 8, and that was a turnover they needed to force. That's the 5th turnover by the Cloverdale offense. They almost had another one there. And that's the kind of thing, Coach, that drives coaches crazy. He called a timeout, the Cloverdale coach did,
Right.
Joey Hart, and he calls timeout and his team turns it over.
You just can't feel like it's a timeout well taken if it ends up in a turnover.
A 3-ball, corner pocket knocked down from Donovan Newby. And if they can get him going, that's even more of a nuisance for Greencastle because Newby averages 12 points a game. He had been quiet until he made that. Gooch has it stripped from behind by Mann. Mann goes down to get it. Tie up. It is Greencastle who has the arrow, though. So the Tiger Cubs catch a break and they keep the ball.
Mann was trying to get a timeout, but I'm not sure that he had possession. It looked like they both got it at about the same time.
Yeah. It's the right idea, though. I don't blame him for trying.
Absolutely not.
Stepping into a 3, Sullivan. Fight for the rebound, foul on Sutherland. Nathan Sutherland just picked up his 3rd.
Pretty well contested 3 on a side-to-side dribble. You know, before you've even moved the defense, maybe a little premature by Sullivan that time.
Griffin Beasley checks in for the Tiger Cubs.
Griffin Beasley just came back in. He hit a 3 in the first half. Cloverdale Clovers getting it across half court. Weaving it around. Back out to Mann. This is Newby, and Newby travels before he drives. 6th giveaway by the Clovers.
I think he probably did, but it was quick.
I feel like travel is one of the most inconsistently called calls.
So when he drives it in there, when he stops, they'll let him take 6 steps.
Blocked by Kateka on Gooch. Out to Sullivan, and he rattles a 3 down. Boy, did Greencastle need that in the worst possible way.
They got a good break after the good block by Kateka.
Sullivan with 11. It's back to an 8-point game. Greencastle amping up the pressure. Cloverdale trying to answer it. A 3 by Hart. Kateka tried to get the rebound, and they got
block
it.
Out.
Yep.
Pretty good block out, and it cost him a foul. I think that's 3. Is that 3, John?
It is. Yeah, it's funny. Cloverdale only has 3 fouls for the entire game, and they've all been on Kateca. Nobody else aside from him has committed fouls. Assistant coaches for Cloverdale, along with Joey Hart, the head coach, telling their team, just get a stop here, we're all right. In the corner, 3 ball. Does not go down for Sullivan.
Boy, that was wide open.
And then Kateca's wide open on the other side, and he gets a layup.
Well, I think they were trying to form their pressure at half court, and I don't know how you lose track of that guy, but they did.
Kateca's got a game-high 14. Sullivan leads Greencastle with 11. Long, forced back out. Lob in, Kateca knocked it away. And coming up with a steal that time was Shabel.
He telegraphed that pass a little bit, kind of looked, and then threw it.
Cloverdale ball reverses. Plays catch with Hart. Now back to the other side. Newby weaving his way inside. Donovan Newby.
Well, that's what Newby does. He impressed me last night with his ability to kind of just put his head down, find a seam in the defense, and drive it to the rim.
He's got 5 points, all in the second half, and a reach-in foul on Evan Mann. That's his first. Of course, that's only the first foul in the quarter on Cloverdale, so side out for Greencastle. Sullivan will do the honors. He has scored 5 of the 7 points for the Tiger Cubs in this quarter. Less than a minute to play now. Pass was high. Gooch comes down with it, drives at Kateca, and somehow scores.
Wow, that is some kind of shot right there over 6'10".
He's got 8. Shabel fell down but got back up into the play. Knocked free, Shabel picks it up. Hart sees the double come his way, goes cross court with it. Cloverdale clearly content to just move the ball, play keep away. Mann steps into a 3, and I think they wait. They say it's good. I thought I might have heard a whistle, and they might call it travel.
Does it count if it hits the roof?
That was a rainbow right there. And then Sullivan loses the ball, thought he was fouled, and that does it for the third quarter, and the Cloverdale bench is loving every second of this, and how could they not? They have their biggest lead of the night at 13 as the fourth quarter comes your way in a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Well, this was a game at halftime that felt like it was anybody's game. Cloverdale only led by 5, but they just outscored Greencastle in that third period 17-9. Along with Bill Finland, I'm John Herrick. Thank you for being with us on the ISC Sports Network. Bill, what happened in that third quarter to tip things even more Cloverdale's way?
Well, Greencastle they missed some of their good shots. They turned it over a little bit too much. They kind of fed the fire from Cloverdale, and Cloverdale is making shots. You're getting threes from Mann, you're getting threes from Newby. It's not really Kateca, it's the other guys that are getting them.
Kateca does have 14, but there were 3 threes knocked down in that quarter as Cloverdale turns it over on their opening possession. Mann hit 1, so did Newby, and Trey Shabel did too. Greencastle needs points, and they need them quickly. Gooch lost it out of bounds. He tried to dump it to Sutherland. It got batted back at him. And there's that turnover bug biting the Tiger Cubs again.
Yeah, John, I think what Greencastle needs to do is they've got to get the defense moving. They're trying to attack on the first side of the floor before they've really made the defense move at all. You've got to distort the defense to create some opportunities.
And there's Shable lobbing it up to Kateka. I thought he was going to try a layup. Somehow he had to pass it back in because he was falling out of bounds. And it preserves the possession. Mann back to Kateka, who decides to wheel it back out. Kateka gets it, shoots it, and does not convert. Rebound in the hands of Tyson.
Didn't really catch it clean, but he did gather and have a chance to make that shot.
And then Sullivan on the three. Hart grabs the Cloverdale board. Hart wheeling around. Open three by Newby again. Yes! Donovan Newby with his second three of the game. He's got 8 points, all in the second half, and Cloverdale's lead is now 16. Greencastle trying to answer. Long, driving, reverse layup. The net wrapped itself around the rim. We play on. And here comes Evan Mann. His pass gets botted up in the air. Then it gets batted again. Kateka comes down with it. And this is what Cloverdale typically does. Couple scary moments where they almost lose the ball, then they get it back, and then a foul on Sullivan. That's his first.
Well, the fact that Cloverdale is so disciplined and is going to get Greencastle in trouble, because they're really extending and really taking chances. Cloverdale doing a good job of handling the basketball, and I think you're going to be seeing the Clovers shoot a lot of free throws here in the last 6 minutes.
And another big part of the story, Cloverdale came into tonight collectively as a team shooting 28% from three, and they have hit 7 threes in this game. That's 21 points.
Yeah, their strength has been around the bucket, obviously.
And they lose the ball here, and Gooch makes them pay. So Gooch is now in double figures with 10, as that pushes the deficit down to 14. Shable with the double coming. And then the move and the lob to Kateka, and he almost had a dunk, but he lays it in anyway, and he's got 16.
What a great play by Newby. He draws both guys to him and just lobs it up there for the big guy. Two guys you can tell are pretty used to playing with each other.
Three in the corner by Tyson, lips out. He has tried all night, has not been able to get one to go down. Shable got it out to Mann. Mann with a nifty move, but then left it short. Sutherland the rebound, pushing, driving, shooting, missing, but a foul. And if that should be on Kateka, and if it is, that's his fourth.
It's definitely on Kateka. I'm not sure if he was close enough to him to foul him, but he might have been.
So the question is, how does Joey Hart want to play this? Does he leave Kateka in? It's close, but I think he did get part of the arm there.
Well, like we've been talking about, Sutherland wasn't really attacking him. He was kind of fading away from him a little bit. And might have been one of those anticipatory calls.
What are those? Would you like to explain those, Coach?
Well, those are the ones that look like it's going to happen, and then you're not sure whether it really happened or not. I've seen one or two in my time.
Just one or two, huh?
Just one or two.
Sutherland's got 5 after hitting both of those free throws, but now it's down to a 14-point game. Cloverdale changed the complexion of this game in the third quarter, and plays like that certainly don't hurt. Tobias Hart slashing to the basket to get his first basket of the night.
Well, they're really turning the Greencastle pressure against them right now.
Answer on the other side. Sullivan buries the triple. That is his third one of the night. And a timeout briefly called here by Greencastle. And this is just a 30-second one, so we'll keep it right here. and remind you that our game tonight proudly sponsored by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor does not just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. Greencastle fans are wondering what in the world's going on. Cloverdale student section having the time of their life. How can you blame them, especially with the way their team has played in this one?
Well, there's still plenty of time in the game, John, and at 14-5, the Tiger Cubs I don't expect are gonna go away anytime soon. And they're athletic enough to knock some balls loose and make some plays here to get themselves within striking distance. Cloverdale's got to continue to handle the ball in a positive manner and allow Greencastle to overextend so they can get layups and shoot free throws here down the stretch.
Greencastle cheerleaders had to be told to back up there. Cloverdale breaks the pressure and starts to use more of the clock, up 13. Look how far out on the wing Kateka was.
Double dribble, force the turnover, there's one.
And that's the 9th turnover of the night on Cloverdale. There's one thing that's going to drive Coach Joey Hart nuts, it's that. Cloverdale's won 4 games in a row, trying to make it 5. And then they've got games against West Vigo, Sullivan, Eminence, and North Putnam after this. And they get a turnover on the other side. Man, the layup good. Evan Mann's now got 12.
Well, pretty unforced turnover there by Sullivan, so that is not going to help your case.
And the lead is now ballooned to 15 once again. 3 ball, straight on, knocked down by Sullivan. He has 17 now, and the lead is cut to 12. And remember, Greencastle shooting the 3 well is not much of a surprise. They shoot 41%, and Cloverdale coach Joey Hart didn't like where that was going, so he calls a timeout.
They were in a little danger of the getting a 10-second call right there. Don't want to take any chances. That's a turnover you don't need.
And both teams starting to see their timeout totals wind down here with 3:40 remaining. As for what Greencastle has left after tonight, they play Indian Creek, Cascade, Owen Valley. All of those teams, by the way, are 3A teams. And Greencastle's a 2A team, Cloverdale a 1A. Greencastle closes out the regular season against North Montgomery. And Cloverdale closes it out with North Putnam, who they just beat 64-49 last night. So you're not just playing for this game, you're playing to try to end the regular season the right way before you get the section.
You want to be feeling good about things in a couple of weeks. And, you know, there's nothing really that's happened in this game that's going to make either one of these teams feel that bad about themselves.
Right.
Right? So Greencastle is never going to have to deal with another guy like Kateka the rest of the year. And Cloverdale's got to feel really good about this performance up to this point.
Well, especially since, yes, Kateka leads the way with 16, but they're getting contributions from everybody. 9 from Trey Schabel, 8 from Donovan Newby, 12 from Evan Mann. I mean, other guys are really stepping up. As Schabel gets the inbound. Schabel double teamed quickly, in trouble, and is able to rifle the pass out. Finds his teammate on the other side, and Tobias Hart. And Hart has all 5 of his points in the 4th quarter. What a pass that was to get it to him.
Well, the senior Hart didn't, as that ball was going up, he didn't look that happy about him taking it.
And Mann,
but he'll take it.
Lays it up and misses, and they're counting the basket because it was basket interference. And Mann is like, wait a second, they're giving me that bucket?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take that bucket.
He's been a pretty happy kid the most of the night, and he's even more happy after that.
He is a scrappy little competitor. He's had an excellent game tonight.
Yeah, the slap on the backboard, you can't do that. Gooch shoots, misses. Kateka the board. He's surrounded and gets it out of there. Mann up the floor, layup, no. And I think that's going to probably drive Coach Hart even more crazy, like you mentioned.
Well, you almost got to take that one.
And a 3 doesn't go. Kateka the rebound. I think if you're on item number 1 for Greencastle, it's trying to get Kateka that 5th foul because Hart has a layup on the other side. So things in this one changed drastically in the 3rd quarter. Put Greencastle behind the 8 ball. 3 on the way by Long, buries it. And really, the 3 ball is the only thing that's going to keep Greencastle in this one as they call a timeout. And it is a full one. But if you are, I think that's why it's even more imperative here, Bill, on these next few possessions for Cloverdale. I think you got to kill the clock. Well, the one thing you don't want to have happen is Greencastle driving down shooting threes.
Right. Well, one of the things that you saw is the Cloverdale staff telling the defense to pack it in, right? And so when you do that, you're going to let them tee it up, and if they make a couple, you never know what's going to happen. So I think they want to shorten the game up on the offensive end and make Greencastle foul them. That said, they have been doing a decent job attacking the pressure. They're getting layups, but they don't need to shoot it. They don't need to shoot threes. They don't need to shoot mid-range jump shots. They need to be shooting layups and free throws the rest of the way. And if you do something else, there's going to be a sub at the table for you, John.
That's true, right.
So now everyone's, I'm sure, gotten a message that is somewhat akin to that, and we'll see how they proceed from here.
And Greencastle's proceeding by bringing full court pressure. They brought back in Griffin Beasley, who hit a 3 in the 2nd quarter. They've also got Sam Gooch, Tevin Long, as well as Newland, Nathan Sutherland, that is, and then Connor Sullivan. And then Cloverdale turns it over. That's one thing that Coach Joey Hart's definitely going to harp on when he watches film. 10 turnovers in this game for Cloverdale. Now Greencastle needs points, and they need them in a hurry. Gooch, right side open 3 from Long. Finally, he hits one. He hadn't hit a 3 all night until he hit 2 here in the 4th quarter. Now it's down to a 13-point game. Ball deflected. Gooch goes after it and ends up knocking it out. They say it was last off of him. Greencastle fans don't like the call. And neither does Bryce Rector, the head coach for Greencastle, trying to plead his case.
It looked like it might have gone off his foot.
I think you're right. I think it did. We're 2:04 away from crowning a Putnam County Tournament champion. Schabel fakes the 3, saw the clock, said no. We're just going to keep working it around, and man is fouled.
Well, this is that time of the game where you're talking to your players, and I used to tell our guys, you have to not just meet every pass. You aren't coming to the pass, you're coming through the pass, right? Like you're coming all the way through that catch, so nobody can knife in that passing lane and take it away from you.
That's just the 2nd foul on Long and the 2nd in the quarter on Greencastle. So no free throws yet for Cloverdale. Hart to inbound, and he got it in to Schabel. Newby drives, fouls. Newby certainly understood the assignment there.
Well, he looked like he slipped a little down there too. I don't know if it's. We got to get our man Tom on that, don't we?
He might be doing that after the game. He might be the last person here. Tom Standers, of course. And what are we doing here? Oh, Coach Hart is upset because he feels like Kateka's getting fouled before the inbound. And they end up getting it into Newby and then working it around the perimeter. I think Greencastle's going to be forced to foul.
I think the Cloverdale guys got the message in that last timeout. There's nobody even thinking about shooting that basketball.
Kateka lobs it back out. There might have been a foul there, but no call. Schabel, ball fakes, and then he is fouled. And that one is on Griffin Beasley. That's his first, and that's the last foul that Greencastle had to give before free throw time. And Schabel to inbound.
Well, they probably could have given that foul a little earlier, knowing that they had to get 2 more to get in the bonus.
And then the inbound to Gateka, fouled by Sutherland, and Sutherland, his night has come to a conclusion. He fouls out with 5 points. He had 15 yesterday, so 20 in the Putnam County tournament, but just had a really tough matchup from the beginning against Ishmael Gateka. And Gateka trying to put more free throws out there to ice the game. He shoots 64% on the year. He started the game off with 6 points in the first quarter, tacked on 4 more in the second, and has just been a steady force all night in the lane. And rattles the second one down. He's got 17. The lead is back to 14. Clovers closing in on a victory. In the lane, floater from Gooch doesn't go. Gateka the rebound. I don't know that Gateka's come out of the game. I don't think he has.
I think he's played every minute. You know, because we talked about, you know, maybe you want to get him, keep him out of foul trouble, that kind of stuff, but he's played with the fouls.
And Beasley picks up that foul to stop the clock.
There he actually clapped right there, so that's good. And now he's smiling.
Smiling, yeah.
So he has got about as even keel a demeanor as you're ever going to see on a high school kid.
Yep. But he is got a lot to be happy about now.
Because they're going to get the bucket, John.
They are going to get the bucket, and it's a cool bucket.
It's a very cool bucket.
Newby makes both of those. Newby, by the way, with 10 points. All in the second half. 3 by Sullivan, off the mark. Offensive rebound put back, yes, from Tevin Long. And I think this might be a timeout from Greencastle. It is. So 57-43 Cloverdale. This was a rematch from earlier in the season. Greencastle won that one 56-40. And basically Cloverdale has done to Greencastle what Greencastle did to them earlier in the season.
I believe that's what you call turning the tables, John.
Yep.
Turning the tables on the Tiger Cubs are the Clovers.
And it's crazy to think, you know, you're 8-6 at one point, and with this win, you're going to be 13-6. What a stretch this has been for the Clovers as they continue to play their best basketball at the right time.
Well, that's what happens with teams. They go through stretches, they go through growth spurts, they figure things out, or they don't. And the ones that figure it out are the ones that end up having the most fun and having the most success at the end.
And they are in 1A, sectional 61 is Cloverdale. And yet they play a lot of teams on their schedule that are in 2A or higher. I mean, yeah, they do have a few 1A teams in there, but most of their schedule is 2A and 3A teams. So they're pretty well battle tested by the time they get to the postseason. And then we have a 5-second call. Yeah. Tobias Hart did not get the ball in bounds, so 11 turnovers on Cloverdale.
Not a lot of sharp cutting by the Clovers to inbound that. And Greencastle still playing.
Beasley to the corner. 3 by Sullivan. Rebound contested and grabbed down by Newby, and Newby is fouled. Spins around, gives his teammate Trey Shavel a high five. Cloverdale Clovers breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief as Long just picked up his 3rd foul. And Greencastle is now ready to send in the subs. Newby makes the free throw. He's made 3 in a row at the line. So in for Greencastle, you've got Liam Grimes, a 6'1 sophomore. They also bring in Nash Dobbs, a 6'1 sophomore. Kanan Beasley, a 5'8 senior. And also Andrew Morgan, a 6'1 junior. Cloverdale empties out their bench, and obviously the celebration on there. They know what's coming. Head coach Joey Hart with a nice emotional moment with Evan Mann. What a game he's had, 14 points. And Cloverdale is putting in Landon Duncan, who almost came in when Shavel had a bloody nose. And the free throw made by Newby, so he immediately comes out and is replaced by Jackson Hart.
Duncan was the one who had to give up his shoes. And now I don't know what kind of shoes he's playing in.
Austin Shepard is out there as well. He's number 23 in white. And this is a driving Liam Grimes who is fouled. Just the, and oddly enough, that's just the second foul of the night on a Cloverdale player that's not Kateka.
Wow.
And it was on Austin Shepard. 3 ball in the corner, does not go down from Dylan Hughes, a 6-foot junior who's in. Also for the Cloverdale Clovers, Artavian Henderson got to get into the game too. So did Jackson Hartz. Austin Shepard, good, and Spencer Nees got in too. So Cloverdale got to empty out their benches, and they emerge victorious, and they knock off the Greencastle Tiger Cubs 59-43. They win the Putnam County tournament, and they get the bucket. The handshake line is on. They avenge a loss against this Greencastle team earlier in the season. And how about the tables turning, Bill? Like you said, they lose by 16 earlier in the year. Now they win by 16.
Well, it's all about what you're going to do on the day you're supposed to do it, John. And a lot can happen over the course of a month. But I think tonight's game was really just about too much Ishmael Kateka.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that there were a lot of good performances by the supporting cast. And I think Greencastle had a pretty good plan. They just weren't able to execute it at a level that was going to give them a chance to win here tonight.
And Joey Hart with a really nice moment there, the head coach for Cloverdale, shaking hands with Sam Gooch, who had a 10-point game tonight after having 19 the night before. And there's the bucket. They get it. And the celebration is on for the Clovers and their fans. The Putnam County Tournament Championship belongs to Cloverdale. And they get to have bragging rights in Putnam County for another year. This was a 5-point game at halftime, and in the second half, Cloverdale just completely took this game over. Outscored by a count of 38-27. So, good job on the Clovers to cut down ahead. Coach Smithman, your thoughts on that?
Well, it was a fun high school basketball game. I think the whole deal about how you adjust to a guy like Kateka was really fun to play out tonight. And I said, I thought you guys had a good time. Was not able to do that level that they needed it tonight. But both of these teams, I think, have a chance to do a little damage in the postseason. We'll see what happens.
Thank you, Bill Fenlon, and thank you to our sponsor tonight, Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Find out more at weendeavor.com. For Bill Fenlon, Vince Morellis, our technical director, and our entire fantastic ISC Sports Network crew, I'm John Herrick saying so long. You've been watching the Putnam County Tournament on the ISC Sports Network.